Now let's discuss tips for good remote work etiquette. The following suggestions will help you develop an optimal routine to remain productive during your work hours. Our first suggestion is to create a morning routine. Think about what you would do to prepare to go into the office and consider some of your typical action items. Here are some specific examples of a typical work from home morning routine. Get ready for the day as if you're going into the office. Shower and get dressed. Make coffee. Eat breakfast. Check your email. Glance over and refine your to-do list for the day. Our next suggestion is to set a regular work schedule and do your best to stick to it. This can be easier said than done, so don't be too hard on yourself as you fine-tune your schedule. Here are some specific tips to help you stay on track. Update your shared calendars with times that you're available as well as the times that you're not available. Mirror your office routine to your work from home schedule as much as possible. Prioritize tasks and plan what you'll be working on ahead of time. And schedule tasks for times when you're the most productive. For example, if you're not a morning person, when you can, save meetings and conference calls for the afternoons and take care of other items that require less interaction with others during the morning. When considering how much time you should allocate to a project or a task, block off more time than you think it will take. Projects often take more time to accomplish than we might expect, especially when competing priorities emerge. If you overestimate, you'll have a cushion and can exceed expectations on deliverables. Stay organized and track what you work on. For example, you might create and update a work plan to help you manage multiple tasks. This is also a great way to see all that you've accomplished. If possible, try to group your meetings together so you can spend quality time before and after meetings attending to other work. Determine your strategy to showcase your presence and availability. Skype for Business, for instance, offers a feature to show whether or not you're available in a meeting, or you can even set your presence to Do Not Disturb. Check the tools your company offers to see if there are similar features that you can use. Finally, and maybe most importantly, take breaks. Some teleworkers without the social element of coworkers find themselves working for hours on end without a pause. Plan your allocated breaks into your schedule just as you would when working in the office. These breaks, if taken, will actually increase your productivity. In addition to having a good morning routine and a schedule for your day, it's also important to set boundaries. Here's some suggestions for ways to maintain good boundaries. To avoid unwanted interruptions, if your communication software allows it, simply change your status to not available. This is a great way to broadcast to your coworkers that you can't talk right now. When you finish your focus work, simply set your status back to available. Be careful, it's tempting to accomplish personal tasks when you're working from home, but remember that you're on the clock. Save household tasks for your scheduled breaks and take care of these things after hours. Also, you'll want to let your family or roommates know how to best approach you when you're working. It's a great idea to let them know when you are and when you're not available to them. You might consider letting them know your scheduled break times or post a sign near your designated workspace when you don't want to be disturbed. It's important to limit personal distractions. For example, plan childcare for when your kids are home from school. And if you have pets, be sure to have someone available to help care for them while you're working. How can pets be distracting? Well, if your dog barks often, you won't want that affecting conference calls. It's important to think ahead and have a plan in place for these potential distractions. Finally, don't get sucked into the distraction of social media when you're on the clock. Your best bet is to log out of all of your accounts so you don't get a ping and feel tempted to look at a video about cute kittens. Our next suggestion is to be creative and intentional about how you nurture your business relationships. Let's look at some specific examples that should help. First and always, utilize technology and stay connected. Many software and web-based applications allow you to get FaceTime with your coworkers in real time. You can collaborate on documents and use other features of these applications to work together. We said it before, but these tools are essential when working remotely. With these tools, schedule web-based video or audio meetings frequently for check-ins with your coworkers and managers so that you remain connected and on the same page. You may find that once a week is sufficient, or it may be helpful to have daily check-ins. Use instant messenger applications for informal communications during the workday. You can keep a conversation going while working on another task, and if needed, most applications you can convert your chat to audio or a video meeting. Without in-person exchanges, it's more important than ever to be sure that you're projecting a positive attitude in your communications. Also, be sure to participate actively in online meetings. In-person signs of attention like eye contact and head nods can't be seen and aren't as helpful in virtual meetings. Although you're no longer all together in the office, remember that you're not alone. Ask for help when needed, and in turn, offer assistance to others. You're still part of a larger team. As a last point, make plans to socialize with colleagues and build connection. When you can, schedule gatherings outside of the work hours where you can check in and have fun together. Maintaining a good remote work ethic is crucial and will support your success as a teleworker. In our next video, we'll discuss what you can do to develop a good work-life balance.